What's going on, everyone? It is your boy Division Addictions here, and it's been a long time, I know, but I guess we back. Yeah, dude, I don't ask where I've been taking a long break, but I'm back on here, I guess. I've been searching for games to play, and I couldn't find anything that appeals to me, so we're back on Div with a build video. Obviously, I came back, and you guys knew that my last video was about this one, the DPS tank build in the Dark Zone. Had hazard and crit damage, which you was able to use for the riot foam for the adrenaline rush. You get bonus armor from here and here. Good survivability, but this build just doesn't cut it anymore. It's good, still, right? It's still decent, dude. Don't get me wrong. But dude, it is difficult. Okay, dude. So, we're over here. So it's basically sort of like this build. Honestly, I'd recommend this build if you have a god roll. I'm going to kind of be showing sort of two in this video, because dude, I've been experimenting, and I'll show you why in a second. It's a small difference, but it's a 1,000. I think it's by 5,000 the difference if you don't have god roll backpacks or something. So as you can see, this looks perfect. I'm just going to turn off my volume. Hold on. Fucking hell. Alright, dude, so right here, dude, this is the build. I'll just obviously put a Providence here with Unbreakable, crit chance, and damage, right? Now you're probably like, wait, you're using 4 reds? I'm using 4 reds. Now there are some things missing on the build, but I'm going to tell you why and you need them and what I'm missing. So basically, you're going to obviously want to FAMAS for close range, and the second is medium to far range. Also use it at close range if you get the buff, which is the exotic Eagle Bear that I do not currently have. It gives you the tenacity buff if you manage to get it, push with it and use it. So dude, the police SW backpack, this thing here, the reason I'm not using this build is because, as you can see guys, yeah dude, it has crit damage, explosive resistance. Now copy this exact build. As you can see, I'm gonna go over the stats here. It's going over, yeah. And when you do it exactly like this, if you have obviously better items, like this one needs to be god roll. If you do not have crit chance, this will happen. Your stats will be 51 chance and 162.9 crit damage, right? Now I was thinking, and I was trying to see where I could go with having all this stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you another version of it, right? And yes, it's the same one, except with a few pieces here and there, it's a bit different. This one here. Now, if you do not have a god roll and backpack, you can maybe remix him like this. You will unfortunately have to take the contractor's gloves, because obviously they're red, right? So if I was to put it, it would give me 5 reds. Now, if you really wanted to grind, then go for it. You could just do that instead. Honestly, now I'm missing the Providence here, right? Same setup though, Eagle Bear here, FAMAS here, Providence here, but instead we have a Grupo here, which has crit chance, as you can see, and damage, 4 reds, 2 blues, instead improvised gloves. Now you're probably wondering, does it do more damage? Just by a slight tiny bit, only because this is better. Crit chance is very important in this patch, in my opinion. If you can't hit those crits, then you can have 176, as you can see, but those crits won't hit. Now you're probably like, this is terribly low, but this 176 out of 15, I'll go up to, if I'm not mistaken, 190, 95, 195-ish, 190, yeah, 190 crit damage with this build. Or, essentially, if I'm not mistaken, this hits 460 crits in PvE. I was trying to remember it there. But as you can see, other than that, the build's good. Just obviously needs optimizing, dude, and that's about it. Put a Providence here, so you get the 15 crit damage. It's obviously better than 10%, like all the way. And I can't improve this right now, honestly. I could go here to the White House and improve it. It's going to be a relatively short video. I could maybe showcase it in gameplay, which I will do, but you'll see a lot of instances where I don't have the best aim, obviously. You'll see a lot of instances where I would have gotten that kill if I had the extra tiny weeny bit of damage, which is that 15 crit damage that I'm always talking about. It makes a huge difference. I'll be honest. Instead of me doing 449 as an example, I would be doing 460s or 465s. And always people tell me, oh wow, well it's not the biggest difference. And I'm like, yeah, it's not the biggest, but it makes that one difference to people who have the god rolls. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, if you do not have materials to optimize, I do no way. You're probably most likely stacked on materials like fuck, except for one, which is SHD calibrations. What I would do, in my opinion, is get the most important shit that you want to upgrade, right, to optimize. Put it all in your stash, equip it on your second character that's level 40, and obviously you'll get the levels, right, from completing the level. Just do the level Warlords of New York. When you finish, it'll give you your watch upgrades again, which means you can get all the SHD calibrations you want. And shit, dude. And then do it there, bit by bit, okay, dude? So, what was I going to do, dude? As you can see, I am pretty decently low on them. 4 out of 4. You know, I could upgrade this. I mean, I am going to be probably using this one the most, so, you know, just bit by bit. Get there, as you can see, 56.5. If you can't hit 60, that's fine. It's obviously better just to be at it. So I'm going to show you how much the providence matters. Now, excluding the fact that I do almost fuck all damage with this shit, I'm going to show you. Now, the only reason I don't use... Yeah, I'll actually showcase it here. I'm doing 349s, as you can see. This is without in-sync, obviously. 349, 459, 349. That's basically all I have to remember, basically. Here's this with max crit chance and the same crit damage, right? That's the point. The crit damage will not change. So, oh shit. We'll go here. We'll find the mod. Got a lot of shit ones as well, dude. This one, yep. So as you can see, the crit damage has increased significantly. Crit chance just a bit. 191.3 is your end result, depending on how you got rolled the item is, which is pretty close. So as you can see now, 350. Okay, I'm gonna let the bleed ticks go away. So instead of 349, you're getting 358. And people are like, it's not a big difference, but to me, it is. Okay. Now, if you don't have Eagle Bearer, of course, you can just use an FAL for longer. It still does decent damage. For this test, here's what we're going to do. For this whole one clip, we're going to use InSync. Going to hit him all the way at full clip. And then take out your shield. And then kill him. Was that for 34? Okay. Basically, the bleed did kick in at the end, but that's sweet. And then obviously going to switch back to Echo. This one, the one I've done. I showcased. Let's actually see. I'm curious. Yeah, there's just a bullet or two difference. But that's what I'm saying. I would rather take that difference. You know what I'm saying, dude? Remember. Actually, from the looks of it, is it better? I don't know what it is, but I feel like assault rifle damage is better. Unless I'm obviously very mistaken, which I could be. I'm hitting more crits, but I don't know what it is about AR damage then. Is it multiplicative? I'm not sure. I'll tell you what, you're hitting more crits, that's for sure. Okay, no, it does more damage. Yeah, I was like, what? So I will use this build right now like this without Unbreakable in a conflict match. Just so all the stats are balanced. I'm not going against anyone that's way higher level. Now I know it's trauma. But this is just because this is what I'm going to show you. How the build is sort of supposed to play out. Now you want to use a defender drone. It just depends on your playstyle. In my opinion, obviously shield for the InSync. You want to block that damage. You have 2 blues. You should be able to take some few bullets out of them. About 10 or bullets or so. Which is essential, dude. And then the defender drone. So I've been doing some testing with this build. The defender drone just helps you just by a bit. Now the 10% that you see 10.5, and then if I'm not mistaken, let me think this.
sound like a dog. Where is the talking dog at? Focus.
Mute my mic in game. Right. You basically just want to you can see it is really useful. Now imagine this with Unbreakable, because this build is hitting pretty fucking hard in PvP. Now the long range one that I was talking about, which is your FAL, should, depending on the use, to be honest, it sometimes just actually does depend. So as you can see, against Lady Death, it even works against Lady Death, to be honest, dude. But this is the point I'm making, dude. It's better in teams. For solo, I wouldn't really recommend it, but it could work. In the Dark Zone, things are like bigger, so indeed it could potentially work. Oh my fucking god, he's head glitchy on the fucking stairs. Are you taking the fucking piss, man? And I couldn't react fast enough, I wasn't looking. I'm just muting all of them, just in case. Fuck. But it does melt decently fucking quick. 205 crits are decent, man. Now the problem is you don't know when they're coming because Adrenaline Rush is not here to save the day. Unfortunately. But this Defender drone does give you some help. Oh my god, bro, it's just Lady Death, bro. He's trash with a fucking AR, though. That's what I'm saying, dude. Unbreakable is just, it's needed, man. If you do not have Unbreakable, it is like, it's hard, okay, dude. No Unbreakable makes this really hard to play. I would use the Fenris, but I don't really want to risk that much for the biscuit. I missed that completely. I downed him pretty fucking good. And remember, that's one player. Remember that. That's one player. So, I mean, this AR build's good, but it does obviously need some work, as if in optimizing, you would have won that ages ago. Do you know what I'm saying? So, it just depends. It all depends. If you had that optimized, you would have won. But yeah, that's why I'm briefly putting it. As you can see, the build's good. If you guys are really that about grind and you do this build, this is, I would not be capping, but this is probably one of the, I would say, in the top 3 builds. And the reason I'm saying that is people are like, oh, you're so squishy, you have little armor. You do have little armor, but you still do well with it, dude. If you know what you're doing with the defender drone, I have 1.1. Defender drone just puts you a bit above that. Okay, I'm not saying you need to always rely on it, but it is better. Now the shield does get destroyed, but half of the team were using fucking those things. Fucking Lady Death, dude. Lady Death builds, I obviously don't need to explain them. They are probably the, without being any offensive to anyone that uses Lady Death, gay, because they're just too easy to fucking use, dude. I could have actually put on a Lady Death build in between that match, and I would have probably killed every single fucking player. Honestly, if you want a decent SMG build as well, guys, I haven't made that yet, but I'm not sure if I want to put it in this video. And it's not the typical that everyone used to do. It has adrenaline rush and intimidate. It's not a full yellow build. It's clear which one it is. It's that green Apex Fury build. It's obviously how to build one like that. That one, there's a problem with those SMG builds, the one that have the green sets. You really do need to optimize them. Optimizing makes a huge difference. Everyone says, oh, this build is just about all skill. Not always, because I'm pretty good at the game without any cheating bullshit like half the people who use keyboard and mouse in this game. So yeah, dude, I don't know. That's the build for you, right? That's just the breakdown. Just replace Trauma with Unbreakable, and this build here is just, this is the perfect build. Yeah, maybe if you have contractors, it would help. And as you can see, my improviser are not the highest rolls, 170, 131. As you can see, if I go here, exactly 1 million. If you want 1.1, you're gonna get that fully done, right? You're gonna maybe exactly be at 1.1, and then using a defender drone would put you at 1.150, if not 1.2 sometimes. It just depends. I think it would usually, if your watch is upgraded, then yeah. So yeah, dude, it's pretty good. Right, jeez, dude, you can't get around this build. I forgot more thing before I do. Mods, 20 mag here. You could go for a crit damage, but not recommended. 5 crit, 7 chance, 5 chance here, and then 5, 20, 7, and 5 chance. But if you want to go for the other one that I have on here, same with the 20 bullets. 5 chance, 7 chance, 5 chance. I think it's just the same. Yeah, all the same. So yeah, that's it right there for you. But other than that, this build's pretty good. So yeah, dude, hope you guys enjoyed the video though. I'll catch you later in the next one. Peace.